Of all the band types, the ones that always surprise me the most are the sport loops. Coming in at $49 a pop, the sport loops have been around for several years now and I know are among people's favorites. What's not to like about them? They're lightweight, comfy, infinitely adjustable, and come in a vast array of different color combinations. So whether you're more into the darker, more muted, low-key colors or want all the attention with some bright and flashy colors, the sport loops have you covered. For spring 2021, Apple updated their sport loop line with 5 all-new interesting colors. In this video, we'll take a closer look at each and every new color so you can see it under different lighting and on different watch colors and materials. But before we begin, as is customary with all my watch band reviews, I will be giving away one brand new sport loop to one lucky subscriber. So if you're a bandaholic like me or are barely getting your collection started, you won't want to miss out. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video to find out how you can enter. Alright, that's enough. Let's begin. Make sure, if you haven't already, to queue up my spring playlist for the spring releases. I'll also attach a card at the top right, that way after this video, you can also view the new Nike sport bands, the regular sport bands, and so on. You'll also be giving yourself additional entries as each spring 2021 watch band video is accompanied by its own giveaway. But alright guys, as I mentioned, we have 5 brand new colors, all with their own unique twist, so let's start with Sea Salt. Sea Salt is comprised of a calming tricolor design, with a predominant emphasis on this really light gray, hence the naming referencing a similar color to salt. While at first glance it may appear white, it isn't. Imagine having some 95% white paint and mixing it with about 5% gray. You arrive at Sea Salt. Flanking the band to the left is a bright yellow streak. The yellow is this very in-your-face yellow with lots of character and really makes the band pop in a not too bombastic way. I think it's just enough so that it still appears like a neutral band rather than a flashy one. The horizontal plastic piece is also going to be that punchy yellow. On the right is a much calmer deep blue color that aims to stabilize the interesting color dynamic. On the underneath, we can see the Velcro pieces that secure the band together also feature this darker blue that looks amazing right next to this light gray. It's definitely an interesting one and a band that looks great on almost any color Apple Watch. I'll give this one a solid 7 out of 10. Up next, we have the new Product Red Sport Band. I believe at this point this is the 4th gen Product Red for this specific style of band. But in any case, I am a big fan of all the Product Reds. This is just a theory of mine, but I feel we're being thrown so many Product Red variants so that the Product Red Apple Watch has more combinations that match perfectly with it. And that is by no means a bad thing. As a matter of fact, Apple keep these Product Red bands coming because they rarely disappoint. This color makes my body produce tons of adrenaline. It's bright, it's in your face, and it's hard not to notice this ultra fierce red. The plastic insert is a more toned down red, while our left streak is this neutralizing dark olive color. It's an interesting choice because you think of an actual olive and you're like, oh yeah, that color makes sense. But then this band slaps you in the face with yet another energetic jolt, only this time being a rather soothing pink sand mixed in with some peachy orange vibes. The thing is, the right streak is bright, but I wouldn't say it's flashy. Just goes to show that the true boldness of the band comes from that powerful blood red. The Velcro underneath the band also matches that same peachy color with also some Product Red branding situated under the Velcro. An absolute stunner and one more Product Red band to add to the collection. I will be making a volume 2 of band lookalike soon, and you better believe I'll be comparing all of the Product Red sport loops, so stay tuned. Okay, we move right along and take a closer look at Olive, and wait 1 second. Before anything, I want you guys to know I was shocked at how much I fell in love with this color. To be honest, it's my favorite sport loop of this season, and that's that I normally lean more towards the brighter, flashier colors. Olive appears to be the same dark green color that flanks the Product Red Sport Loop, but it has more of a brownish undertone, making it stand out a bit more under natural lighting. The color is rich yet low-key simultaneously. Both colored streaks here aid in contrasting heavily against the darker middle tone. To the left, we have a bright blue color, but it's sort of an illusion because the blue on its own isn't necessarily bright. Rather, it's because of the darker and more neutral olive color that makes the blue stand out. Same story with the streak on the right. The color is a good mix of roughly 70% red and 30% orange, and it's the hint of orange that makes the color stand out even more against the darker olive. The Velcro material typically follows the color of the right streak, and it's the same here. I love this band because it's a perfect amalgam of dark but stealthy versus bright and energetic colors. I wasn't expecting it to be my favorite, but it is. I give it a score of 9.2 out of 10, a really great band color combination. We're almost done here as we now look into the second to last newest color, which is Sunflower. Initially, I thought this was going to be my favorite of the bunch, but then came Olive and hit that yeet. But regardless, this Sunflower band is a close second as I'm all about those bright colors. This yellow is a very deep and rich mustard yellow, or as the name suggests, simply imagine walking through your nearest sunflower field. The bright yellow is the epitome of spring vibes. You think of spring and you typically think of new beginnings, warmer weather, and bright and flourishing flowers. Obviously, this is the attention seeker of this sportloop release, or as I like to call them, the Kanye West of this sportloop release. So if you're not into the bright, eye-catching colors, stay away. This one is bright. Luckily to our left, we have a more calming and darker green color, again, looking similar to the left streak on the Product Red 4th generation sportloop. Man, Apple, does someone at the design team just really fuck with olives or what? Anyway, the right streak is interesting because if I were a betting man, I'd say this right hand streak is the same color as the predominantly light gray of Sea Salt. Sea Salt and Sunflower have characteristics that make these two bands look like inverses of each other, except not really. What is interesting though is that the Velcro isn't the same Sea Salt white color and instead is this very light pink sand. It's interesting cause why? Either way, I'm in love with this band and plan to rock it extensively this spring. I give it a solid 8.8 out of 10. And last but not least, we have Abyss, a very fitting name for this cool and sleek color. I love how Apple releases bright colors, some neutral colors, and then dark colors like these for those that prefer that more low-key look but still wanting to flex a cool band, you know? The middle portion is comprised of this very punchy blue mixed with some navy, creating a color that is both eye-catching but easy on the eyes at the same time. The rich blue color punches you in the gut and then is further accented by the light blue plus sky blue combination with a tiny splash of periwinkle or lavender. The two colors play off each other so well and will have your eyes gravitating from one color to the other and then back to the other. It's a super fun combination as a solid streak is the brightest part of the band, but then the other streak is the complete opposite. It's the darkest part of the band. It's your standard gray color with nothing fancy about it, but I think that's this band's secret weapon. I don't see any other color completing this band more than this gray. The gray is there to neutralize and the Velcro portion also follows the gray coloring to round out the band. I'm a bit biased since I just love the brighter bands, but this is one of the coolest, darker, and ultimately more low-key bands I've seen in a while from Apple. There you have it guys, a detailed look at all the new Sportloop colors and what an interesting batch we got this time. That's what I love about this line. It's got a color combination for just about everyone and I love how creative Apple gets with the trifecta of colors to spice up our world. I love seeing you guys' opinions in the comments and find it cool when my favorite color is someone's least favorite color or vice versa. Hey, we all have different tastes and preferences, but that's why I love bringing you these videos, to bring us together for the mutual love of Apple Watch bands. And before I go, let me remind you guys of the giveaway. So similar to all my previous band giveaways, all you have to do is follow me over on my socials so that you can always be up to date on the latest channel polls, news, and giveaways. The winner will be announced on those social platforms on June 1st, 2021, so make sure to follow me so that you don't miss out on a free band should you be the lucky winner. And secondly, simply drop a comment letting me know what your current favorite style of Apple Watch bands currently is, whether discontinued or currently being sold. Mine, for example, are the braided solos at the moment. It always changes for me, but I don't know why I've really been into those lately. Alright guys, got a few more bands to showcase here, but we'll take a small break from the band reviews and get started on AirTags and some of the matching accessories, as well as starting a script for the new M1 iPad Pros, the new Apple TV, and the new iMac coming in pretty soon. Give this video a like if you found it useful, consider subscribing if you're a huge tech nerd like me or a bandaholic, and I cannot wait to catch you all in my next video.